Welcome to the channel, guys. You landed on your New Jersey relocation guide. Today we're going to talk about the 5 top most affordable towns in New Jersey, but within an hour commute from the city still. There's a lot of people are looking for that, and what we're going to really dive into is going to be the Google Maps of each town. We're going to go into this website called the Reventure App. It's a lot of cool tools, a lot of information about the town and the stats. We're going to go into the MLS system. We're going to show you everything that's sold in the past 6 months and a lot of more information on there too. We're also going to talk about the school districts of each town. And we're going to show you photos of the past few properties that sold in the past few months as well. And myself, I'm Luca, Lestrade, your real estate agent here in the state of New Jersey. We specialize in helping families relocate to the Garden State. So if you're coming from across the country or across the globe, my team and I help you have a smooth process when coming here. On this channel, we explore everything New Jersey has to offer, from affordable towns and top-rated schools to hidden gems and local hotspots. We also share real estate tips, market updates, and vlogs from towns across the state to help you find the perfect place to call home. So if you're looking for a perfect place to live without breaking the bank, stick around. So the average price for a one-family home in New Jersey is going to be $550,000. So we're going to stick to those numbers throughout the video. All the towns are going to be pretty much at that range, so you can have some reference. And the first town we're going to talk about is going to be Rahway, New Jersey. Rahway is located in the most southern part of Union County. As you see here, here's Rahway, and this is pretty much all of Union County. And the nice thing about Rahway, even though it's all the way south of Union County, you're still very near when it comes to transportation. The train ride could probably take you 33 minutes to an hour, depending. But if you have the right line, it could take you 33 minutes. You're seeing here that I put a time of the morning at 7:30, and you'll be in the city within 30 minutes, sometimes 40, really depends. But you're seeing that it's from here to Rahway to the Penn Station. It's extremely fast, and that's been a hot topic for a lot of people that have been moving there. And diving into the actual downtown area is also a hot topic. You see here that the downtown is small. It's nothing like New York City, but it definitely has a lot of local mom and pop shops that people have been loving. There's a new Mexican restaurant down here. I live in Rahway as well, so I know the area very well, and we've been noticing a lot of New Yorkers moving here because of the train station, because of the affordability. It's been a combination of a lot of those newer people moving into this town, especially from the city, and there's been a lot of condo buildings that you're seeing here coming up in the past few years, and this place has been really changing within only a few years. And this is the Reventure App I mentioned earlier. You're seeing that the average price for Rahway is around $501,000. You're seeing that nearby towns right here in Clark is $675,000. There's a few other ones over $1 million very nearby in Westfield, $764,000. So relatively for the area it's quite affordable when it comes to those prices, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to make this number one, because you're going to get the affordability. So even though it's affordable right now, this number will probably go up in the next few years, so make sure to get into Rahway if you're looking for that affordability. And these are Rahway school districts. We're at a B- right now. Actually went a little bit higher than last year. It was at a C, so it's definitely increasing overall, and I'm sure it's because of a lot of people moving into town. But you're seeing that Rahway is definitely becoming a lot better town overall, not just in the town itself, but the school districts as well. And right now we're in the Garden State MLS, where we pretty much see everything has sold in the past 6 months. And there's a combination of one families and condos, since Rahway does have a lot of condos for sale. And we're seeing in only the past 6 months, practically, there's been a total of, 102 properties that sold in just 6 months. So it's been an active market. And that doesn't surprise me. Rahway has been pretty crazy. And something you need to really see when you're looking at these numbers here, it's a column all the way to the right here. It's going to be days on market and sold price to list price. We're seeing that a lot of these properties haven't been in the market for that long, and they have actually sold for over what they listed is for. So you're seeing 115%, 105%, 110%, 122%. 16 days on the market as well. You keep scrolling down, you're seeing that the numbers literally go up. There's only obviously a few outstanding ones that go down a little bit, but overall, that's pretty much why the market of Rahway has been so hot. Also, the days on market are very low, 9, 28, 14, 11. And that's a great indication on if prices are going to continue to go up or if prices are going to continue to come down. And also, Rahway has one of the lower taxes in Union County because Union County is known for those high taxes. Is around $9,500, $10,000 in taxes a year, and that's a huge benefit if you're definitely coming to New Jersey because New Jersey has very high taxes. So I wanted to show you kind of a property that's sold in the area, so you can have a reference of what you can find there. Something very interesting with this one is a lot of them are very similar as well is that it was listed for 530,000 and sold for 145,000. Something very common. A lot of these properties are going for over asking. This is a 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathroom. There's a split level. These are some photos from the inside. You can kind of see some reference of what you can get in these areas. And a lot of these homes are from the 1950s. They're renovated at this price range. But you're seeing that this is a very common thing kind of property you can find in Rahway. So you can kind of get some reference of what to expect if you are looking to buy there. But this 550,000 practically, and that's in Princeton Ave, Rahway. And something else you find in Rahway, very unique. You find a lot of condos here. This is the Skyview condos. Properties was listed for 368, sold for 370. There's a 1 bedroom condo in literally the heart of Rahway, right in front of the train station, all renovated. And for this price range is what you're gonna get for a 1 bedroom there. For a 2 bedroom, expect the 450,000. But it's nice that it's all renovated, and pretty much you're gonna be literally across the street from the train station. So that's been a hot topic for a lot of the people moving into this small town and becoming very attractive. Now for town number 2 is going to be Belleville, New Jersey. This one's actually located in Essex County, so from Union County. Now we're going to Essex County a little bit more north, and we actually get a little bit closer to New York from here. But the interesting thing is that in Belleville and Essex County, you actually get a lot more buses than trains. So the commute might be a little bit longer. You're seeing in Rahway it's only 33 minutes. Here's 48. You're going to have to take the train to the bus, and from there it gets you into Penn Station. So the commute's going to be a little bit longer, but you're still relatively close to the city. Belleville has a lot of cool things to offer, but the most important thing is going to be that affordability, and you're going to be very near a lot of the major areas. So here you're going to have Newark very nearby, this biggest city in New Jersey. You're also going to have Jersey City also very nearby, Hoboken, Union City. The Hudson River is right here. This is why Belleville is such a unique location, because you're kind of centrally located to a lot of these major areas. And when you go a little bit more North Jersey like we just did, that's what you're going to find. So now going right back to the Reventure app, you're seeing that Belleville's actually prices go down a little bit. We're at 486. This is pretty nice because the average price in New Jersey is at 550. So you're getting definitely that affordability in this area, and you're still very near all these other locations. And pretty much every town around Belleville, except going a little bit more south, is going to be higher prices. You see in Nutley, it's at 625. You're coming here, 610. North Arlington, 580. Belleville, right next door, 467. Montclair, you have the Upper Montclair and Lower Montclair. Upper is literally hitting the millions, 1.2. Lower, 857. So Belleville's definitely got that affordability factor in this northern area. And just like Rahway, Belleville has a B minus school district. A lot of these towns, the more affordable they are, not the greatest school district. So if you're looking for that number one thing is schools, you might want to reconsider. But if it's just transportation option, Belleville is an amazing town, amazing affordability. And the schools definitely is lacking, but we're seeing a lot of these other areas increase in schools. And here's some stats overall on what the academic levels are when it comes to teachers, clubs, sports, diversity, college prep administration, and food. And diving back into the MLS system, we're seeing that in Belleville in the past 6 months, practically, there's been a total of 123 properties that sold. A little bit more than Rahway, a good amount of transaction, not as much as we should be, but overall, it's not bad when it comes to the volume. Also, Belleville has a little bit of higher taxes. It's around 10,000 and some change for the yearly average taxes. And when we come here, just similar to Rahway, you're seeing that the sell price to list price is a little bit higher for most of the properties, over 100%, 116, 107, 109. Days on market are very low as well. Obviously, you have a few exceptions, but overall it kind of balances out. And this is an amazing indication on where the market's going, like we saw the Reventure App. And things like this you need to take in consideration, especially when property values have been going up so much in the past few years. So these affordable towns might be changing, and we are seeing the numbers here, seeing what pretty much the market has to offer. But Belleville for now is the lowest one in the list, 480,000 roughly. So we did before. Let's check out a property here in Belleville that sold around the 480s. Let's go check out this one in Columbus. We're seeing that it actually was listed for 489, sold for 530. Very common. Days on market is 37 days on market. Let's see some photos. This is the outside. It doesn't seem to have parking either. So for over 500,000, you're getting a home with no parking. Renovations, not much. You're seeing it's been up to date and updated, but there's not any major renovations. So in these northern areas is kind of what you're going to be expecting. There's a few more photos here. Bathrooms aren't updated. So this is what you're going to be expecting for that 500,000 range in Belleville. Depending on what you're looking for, it might fit your standards, but the more south you go, the more affordable things are. This is a big property, has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, so that might make up for it for not having the parking. Now from Essex County, we're going a little bit more south to Middlesex County, and specifically, we're going to dive into Woodbridge, New Jersey. Woodbridge is a very unique kind of town because you have sub-towns as well. You have here, like you see, you have Enel, you also have Colonia, you have Port Reading, you have Inslee, you have Colonia here, like I mentioned, you have Inslee as well. So you have a lot of different sub-towns, and that makes it interesting because depending on which one you're going to, it's going to be the affordability factor. But with that being said, you're still a good distance to the city. You're 37 minutes away from certain towns within Woodbridge. The most northern one, which is going to be right next to Rahway, is going to be 37 minutes. You're a little bit further down, you got 47 minutes. So overall, it's going to be kind of an hour commute to the city, which is not bad because you're going from here, Woodbridge, and then you have Rahway here as well to the city here. So it's very, very convenient, and you're going to have a lot more of that affordability. So like I mentioned, Woodbridge has a lot of different options, so and really going to depend. So if you go to Colonia, it's going to be a little more expensive. You have $599. When you come to Inslee, a little bit more affordable, $512. You have to Woodbridge itself, $455. You also have Port Reading here at $509. You have another one here, which I forget the name, but $592. And then Carteret's its own separate thing, but Woodbridge is pretty much broken down here within these few different towns. And you're seeing that the prices vary from high end in Colonia at 600 to the low end down here in Woodbridge, Providence at 440, 455. And then you have Ford as well at the 490 mark. So very depending on the location and how much things are going to be affordable. And something else that Woodbridge has is pretty good school districts. It's a B plus average, a little bit higher than we saw before. When it comes to the overall academics, is a B, diversity at A. So you're seeing that all these things matter, especially if you're looking to have a family. So Woodbridge, out of the ones we saw previously, does have the best school districts, does have a really good commute, does have affordability options. So in my opinion, is a hidden gem that a lot of people don't even consider since it's in Middlesex County, but it's very, very good. And now this other MLS is the Central Jersey MLS, a little bit different, but same information. We're seeing, since this is a bigger town, 273 properties sold in the past 6 months alone. Huge number, especially if you want opportunities, and a lot of places you can't find that. There's an amazing location to check out. And like we saw, prices vary between 455 to 600,000. And the really, really nice thing about Woodbridge is that a lot better taxes overall. So it's around 8,000 taxes a year, which is relatively good for New Jersey. But let's dive into a few of these, see what we can find in the average prices. So we're going to check out this one in Prospect Ave. This one's located in Avenel, Woodbridge. So you can see here, Avenel is one of the towns. So this one was listed for, you're going to see listed for 560, sold price 445. The first one that we saw that was a little bit under. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, listed for 44 days. Here are some of the photos. There's a split level, or this might be a bi-level. You're seeing that it's not updated at all. They're very common in these areas. Like I mentioned before, a lot of these properties are a bit older. Kitchen is okay, nothing out of the ordinary. There's no basement in these, so you're gonna see the laundry is gonna be on the first floor. And we do have a lot of basements. If that's something you're not used to, you're gonna find it pretty much everywhere in New Jersey. But these are just kind of a few photos you're gonna see here. It does need a little bit of work. So you're seeing at that lower average price of the 450s. This is probably you're gonna get in these areas. So now scrolling down a little bit, let's check out a property that's sold in the 600 range, so you kind of get some reference of what that gets you in these areas. So let's check out this one here is on Brookside Court, Colonia. So like we mentioned, the other one was Avenel, but this one's Colonia. It's a little bit of a higher upscale town in Woodbridge. This was listed for 600,000, so for 595. Like you can see back to back, probably that sold a little bit under the asking price. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 36 days on market. It was built in 1949, but it was completely renovated. You can see in the outside already. I actually showed this property. It was very nice, but a little bit small, but very nice location. Nice renovations you can see here. So you're seeing that if you're going in that higher scale, the 600,000 range, this is what you're going to be expecting. A little bit of more renovations, maybe not a huge house, but definitely have that move-in ready kind of style that a lot of people that are especially our first-time home buyers are looking for nowadays. Bedrooms are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, very common. The backyard was pretty nice size, but it did have a lot of space because there was no neighbors in the back. So you have all this back space because there's no neighbors. And it was a nice property. So you're seeing that you can go from the 455 range to the 600 range. It's going to be very depending on where you're actually going to find in Woodbridge, but it's nice you have a lot of options compared to other towns. So right now we're in Middlesex County, but we're going to go back to Union County to a city called Linden, New Jersey. Linden is specifically right here, a little bit south there as well. And this town of Linden, the city of Linden is the second city in Union County. The second biggest city in Union County, and you're going to find a lot of opportunities here because of the city. It's not really a town. And is relatively close to New York as well. They have a train there that could take you there. You're seeing here that it's going to be a little bit longer depending on what part of Linden you live in. So you can either take the bus to the train here. It's going to take you 51 minutes. Or you can take the train directly there. That's going to take you 37 minutes. Almost the same time as Rahway, but it's a little bit of more of that northern part. But you do get a lot more opportunities since it's a bigger city over Rahway, because Rahway is a town and it's relatively close. It doesn't have really a direct line, but you can get there relatively quick. And kind of diving down here to the Google Map view, you'll see here's the train station, and right next door they're building a huge condo called the One West. We have a video I'm going to link up here that we talk a little bit about that and do a Linden vlog video. And this town has been really transforming as well, like Rahway. There's been a lot of New Yorkers moving here. You're going to see here's a little bit of a downtown area on Norwood Ave. There's very old school as well. It's, I think Rahway's a little bit more of like that modern, young feel. But here you still have a lot of mom and pop shops. You have also the city hall here as well. You're going to have a few banks as well. But this is kind of what the environment's going to feel throughout this Linden downtown. And Linden is also, even though it's a city, it does have a lot of suburban different styles. There's a few minutes away, and this is what I mean with the suburban. So you can get a little bit of the city like you saw it in the downtown, or it becomes a bit suburban as well. So you kind of get that mixture depending on what part of Linden you're in. So even though it's transforming for that new generation, you do have a little bit of that quiet town feel. And then the average one family in Linden, you're seeing that it's going to be 513,000. Very common, and what we talked about today is a lot of one families. Linden has a lot of 2 families, so you're looking for investment in an amazing city as well. And right next door you have Elizabeth, the biggest city in Union County. You have Roselle Park as well here. This is also an amazing affordable town that we didn't touch base in this video, but we have a video, I'll link it up as well. Very cool town if you're looking for that very small town feel. And then you have towns like Cranford at 702, Garwood at 640, Clark at 675, like I mentioned before, and you're very close to New York City. So that's kind of the main reason why I picked it for this video. What Linden isn't known for is the school districts. Doesn't have the best school districts, like you see here, C+, not really good. The lowest ones we've seen in this video thus far. but it's a bigger city, so it's expected. So if you're looking just for schools, none of these towns except maybe Woodbridge is going to apply to you. But you want that commuter friendly, you want that affordability, and that's it. This Linden's going to be a very cool thing, especially if you're looking for investment. Awesome town, city to invest it. You don't want to miss that opportunity when you can. And now coming to the MLS again, we're seeing that here in Linden, the past year, there's been a total of 118 properties, one families that sold. Very, very good when it comes to relatively how the market's been doing. And when it comes to the sold price to list price, you're seeing that it's still the same, like we just saw. Usually over asking price is what sells and relatively quick. Linden's a little bit longer on the market, but you're still seeing days on 8 days, 19 days, a few that are a little bit longer, and that's why I sold for a lot less. So depending how many days on the market is usually going to vary how much it's going to sell for. There's a little bit outstanding ones here, but that's usually what the average thing you're seeing. The less days on the market, the more you're going to sell your property for. And the average Linden property tax is around 9,000, a little bit better than other areas, but it's expected because you have a lot more options here as well. So since the average price for a one family is around 513, let's check this one out. This was actually listed at 520, sold for 565, 49 days on the market. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms, year 1953. There's a Cape Cod style. It seems to be updated. They did a little bit of renovations here. There's a nice property. Very nice. See, the kitchens are semi-renovated, but that's kind of what you see in a lot of these areas here. Bedrooms are pretty good size, hardwood floors. This property is a Cape Cod, so you're probably gonna have 2 bedrooms upstairs, one downstairs. This basement seems to be updated a little bit. So you're seeing that in Linden for around the 520s or 565 actually. You're gonna get something like this, not too big, not too small, but it's gonna be a nice renovated home. I left the best for last. We're gonna go back to Middlesex County, a little bit more south from Union County, but we're gonna specifically go to South Plainfield. South Plainfield is a very unique town because it's not big at all, but something that it doesn't have something that it does have, like unlike other ones, it has an amazing school district, but still it doesn't hit off the affordability factor. Something that you are gonna sacrifice is the transportation option. So if you are taking the public transportation, it's gonna take a lot longer. You're looking for an hour and a half, a little bit more depending on the time and day. But if you are driving, it's only going to take you maybe to 50 minutes to an hour and a half, more than likely 50 minutes to an hour. So that's something that you're going to be sacrificing, but you're going to get amazing school districts. You have an A- overall average school. A lot of people are moving to South Plainfield for the affordability. It's number 9 in Middlesex. Awesome. And what you don't get with the other ones is this. This is a huge thing. All right. But when it comes to affordability, you're seeing that you're still affordable at 552, obviously a little bit higher than other ones we spoke about, but you're getting that school districts that none of the other properties we spoke earlier has. Either way, it's still pretty affordable for relatively the school districts. A lot of schools districts with A- or A+ are hitting maybe 800,000 to a million, so you're getting this affordability factor. So now going to what's sold, you're seeing there's been only 86 properties that sold. Since it's a smaller town, you're getting less movement of properties, and you're still, even though it's a small town, you're still getting some property that's being sold, so you can always get a chance to get in here. But the school district really was going to sell these homes. So let's see at around the 550 range what we really can buy here in South Plainfield. All right, so we're scrolling down here. Let's check this one out. This is 3314 Clark in South Plainfield, listed for 550, sold for 545, a little bit less. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1956, and it's 47 days on market. Check out a few photos here. It's a split level home. Seems to be nice from the outside. It was definitely nicely taken care of. Hardwood floors, no major updates, but whoever lived here definitely took care of the house. You might need to do a little bit of fixing, but the nice things with these kind of properties that you can add your own touch to it. Here are a few other ones. You can see here other options: bedroom size, bathroom, There's the family room, because these split levels, you have multiple levels. Another part of the family room, backyard. And that's kind of what you're getting here. Also in South Plainfield, taxes are very low. Your taxes, you're looking at around $7,000 in taxes. Something here in South Plainfield is that taxes are very low. You're looking around $7,000 in taxes, lowest ones we've seen so far. And the more south you go in Jersey, the lower the taxes they are. And that's something that, since New Jersey is the #1 highest taxes in the states, you have to really take into consideration when it comes to your numbers. And if you're a first-time home buyer, I'm going to link a first-time home buyer's guide down in my description. I made a video, 45-minute video, of taking for you from step 1 to last step of everything you need to know when you're a first-time home buyer. Right there, guys, that was my top 5 most affordable towns in New Jersey. Still being near New York City, still have all the amenities that you're probably going to need. You know, we touched about a few properties. If you're still looking for more information about any of the houses we talked about, you still want more information about any county, or have any specific question when it comes to relocating here, I know it's a long process, very stressful, make sure to reach out. Remember, I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of New Jersey. I'm Luca, would love to help you guys out. I'm going to link a video up here on one of an awesome vlogs we did in Cranford. Amazing town, amazing school district. If you're looking for that, go check it out right now.